What's up and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to cover the new alliance missions in Transformers Forged to Fight. If you've been playing the game for a couple days, you should have received this email, or I should say this mail from the game. And basically from Kabam, a new alliance mission has begun. Soundwave has assembled an army of bots and Sharkticons and is preparing a full throttle onslaught. Team up with your alliance, split into battle groups, and fight through a wave of enemies to take down the Decepticons' ever-loyal Sonic Supervisor. So anyway, as it gets into the details, it talks about these missions or how you participate with your alliance and the rest, and choose the difficulty appropriate for the leveling of your group. And then you just go through and basically work together to complete the missions. So if you're familiar with Kabam's other popular game based on popular intellectual property called Marvel Contest of Champions, you've seen this type of alliance quests. It's basically the alliance quest. This is called Alliance Mission and Transformers Forged to Fight, but they're very similar. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the alliance missions. So a couple things to keep in mind. Obviously, got to be into alliance to jump into an alliance missions, and the other thing is you got to be level 20. So when you're looking for an alliance to join and you're interested in doing alliance missions, that's one of the key elements. Make sure not only you're joining an alliance, but an alliance that has a lot of level 20 or above type other players. So just to give you a sense of what's available, so you get some map rewards as you go through and complete the map together as an alliance. Then there's rank awards that you get at the end of a certain event. This is the top rank award that you're seeing there. So you get Tier 3 Basic Spark Essence, Tier 1 Alpha Spark Essence, and a whole bunch of Tier 2 Essence Crystals. So those crystals each contain essence for Tier Sparks, or sorry, for Tier 2 class Sparks. So you can combine those essence to create those Tier 2 class Sparks. And then again, that was the top level. You can take a look to see, as you get down into the different tiers, what's available in there. And still some really good stuff for helping to rank and level your bots. And then as you go through and complete different missions, your points as you go through tabulate, and then you can actually get milestone rewards as well. And again, the completion, you've seen that from the homepage, if you will, of the alliance missions. So let's go ahead and jump into one. We'll jump into the new one here. Actually, I'll jump into the other one that people already joined, just in case my alliance decides not to jump into the rest. Let's see. One of the things to notice, oh sorry, should go back to that. When you're selecting, it'll tell you, back on this screen right here actually, it tells you difficulty 1, so you can click that. It says you the recommended bot rating for each of the 3 bots on your team. So it's basically telling me my bot should be around 250. So let's jump in here. All of these are above 250, so I got a decent enough squad. Let's get into the action. And the way that this works, what I've seen so far, is it basically locks these characters to this mission. So if you've got other bots that are running other missions, you will not be able to bring them in here. And now I cannot bring these bots into other missions. Like if I wanted to do the story, like Act 1, Act 2 type things, I couldn't use these bots for that. Alright, so one of the things I'd like to show is there's nodes connecting the different can't really see that here because my team has already cleared the nodes, which is good. But basically what nodes are, you saw the 3 different paths. Each of the opponents typically, or not typically, but can sometimes support the other opponents, your other opponents on the map, and powering them up, and those are called nodes. But when you beat that enemy, that node no longer feeds power to the other opponent, kind of thing. So that's why you want to kind of clear out the nodes as you go along. And then each of these alliance missions, as you enter to one, they're broken into 3 parts. Each sub-part, if you will, has a boss, with ultimately part 3 having the biggest boss for your battle group mission. the health packs that you can use for your bots as you go through these are different than the packs you use like the other type of missions. So keep that in mind. Typically, the health packs used for Alliance missions are more expensive in terms of energon cost compared to the health packs that you use for the rest of the game. So the point being, you don't want to get hurt too much. Try to avoid using those if at all possible. And you saw that there was 3 different battle groups for my alliance, and I selected one that already had 5 out of the 6 available bots to take in. I joined that battle group. Now, other members of my alliance can join the other 2 battle groups, but the way they don't really, if like only 2 people joined all of the first battle group 2 and 3 would not be enabled. But since we have this full battle group 1, it enables battle group 2, and I believe, if I remember correctly, the officers or the leader of your alliance can actually determine what's the max number of battle groups out of the 3. Like, you don't have to play with 3, you can only play with 2. Like, if only half of your alliance is at the level to go through alliance missions, they could set it to just 2 battle groups, for example. I believe that's a similar setting from Kabam's other sibling game, Marvel Contest of Champions. Alright. So now as you can see, as I enter that was kind of section 1. And you'll see here, now you can see the example of the nodes. So if I select one of these, it tells you what the node does. Signature ability. Oops. And each one, so basically that Sharkticon is feeding the Ratchet position. So if I go and beat that Sharkticon, you'll see that the rating points of that Ratchet will go down, and so forth and so on. As you go through and clear out all the nodes, then it takes away some of the power of the opponent that was getting fed by that from that other node. So let's use this as an example. Go ahead and take out the Sharkticon. You'll notice that 281 will go down for Ratchet after I beat it. So the point being is that you kind of want to watch that and coordinate your attacks with your alliance members that are in the battle group with you, so that people that are on the paths of nodes that impact positions that you're getting ready to fight, that they're clearing those out, so you have a weaker opponent, which means that you'll then be likely to beat them without losing as much health, which means you can spend less on health packs, which, as I mentioned earlier, are more expensive for this part. Ultra Magnus. One of the other things I haven't pointed out, but you also have a different kind of energy bar to do alliance missions. So, you know, all the energy that I have to go run Act 1, Act 2, for example, is a different energy allocation than what I have to run your alliance missions. You kind of want to keep that in mind. Like, I could take 5 or 6 steps. And suppose I was able to go as far as I have here already, then that builds up over time, like your other energy meter. So you can see at the top, next to the energon and the raids, or the arena chip amount and the gold amount, there to the left of it you see your typical energy reading, and here you see the energy reading that I have left for the alliance mission. So now I have 0 out of 5. As I try to go forward, it tells, hey, you're out of energy, and it takes longer to build a block of energy for alliance mission than other parts of the game. So kind of keep that in mind as you're going through. But we should look at this Ratchet now, and yeah, so it went from like 280 roughly to now it's 231. So drop now that both that the Sharkticons are not feeding, their nodes are not feeding the node of the position of Ratchet. So kind of keep that in mind. You want to coordinate your attacks, and then also keep in mind your different energy meters. So read that coordination. Use whatever chat service. I mean, you can see it below the chat service that's available already in the game, but there's other chat services, inline apps, one that a lot of different alliances use to communicate with one another to make sure you're doing the best, the group is doing as best as they can for a given alliance mission. So anyway, hopefully this alliance mission overview and gameplay was helpful, and if it was, would really appreciate a like. If you have any comments or builds or any other notes, or if you're an experienced Transformers Forged to Fight player, an Alliance Wars player, or Alliance mission, I should say, and have some additional input to provide, please throw it in the comment section for the rest of the group to see. Or if you have any other questions or any comments, throw them in the comment section as well. And if you like this and other videos I have in the channel, would love for you to go ahead and subscribe, as I'll be trying to get out videos like this and other videos on a regular basis. So thanks a lot for stopping by. Have a great day, and see you with the next video.